Ok, este es nuestro nuevo episodio de Cocinando con el Pulpo. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to do this in English, I guess, for my English-speaking audience. This is our next episode of Cooking with the Octopus, and today we did the lemon chicken last time. Today we're going to do the orange chicken, since our dear friend over there loves chicken. We're going to do orange chicken today. And for this recipe, we're going to need a whole chicken. Got them right here. About 5 oranges. Just regular oranges. 1 onion. About 5 to 7 very small potatoes. I don't know how this is called in English. It's called apio in Spanish. I'll check out the translation for you, and I'll try to put it in a subtitle. And chipotle chiles. Also, we need a few pieces of bread for the stuffing, and mazapan. We need 2 of those. And these are the ingredients for our chicken. Okay. I'm going to cut the pieces to the size they need to be cut, more or less, so you have an idea. And I'm going to wash the chicken, and we'll have an idea of what to do next. So we'll put this on pause, and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so we have chopped all the different spices. We have cleaned up the chicken. We took all the guts out of it. This is our chicken. It is roughly 1 kilo and 300 grams. So it's going to be an hour and about 20 minutes in the oven. We got our celery all chopped up. The pieces of celery are roughly this size. The potatoes all chopped up, roughly that size. I cut 1 orange in kind of slices like these to put as a bed for the chicken, and then I cut 3 more that are going to be the juice that we're going to use. Then we got the onions. And the onion is roughly this size as well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of bread, and our chipotles. The chicken hearts and gizzards and stuff are going to be later. We're not going to deal with that right now, but they're right there. Nothing goes to waste in this kitchen. All right. So first thing we got to do is we got to prepare the bed for the chicken. So for that, we're going to take the bread out. I'm going to put the chicken over here. Poor little guy. Okay. First thing we're going to put is we're going to put the 4 slices of orange. They're going to help to make the chicken kind of like, more moist. Then some of the celery, but not all of it. Again, if we put the vegetables and the fruits in the bottom, they will definitely help the chicken be moister. Then we got the potatoes. Those, we can put all of them in there. It's no big deal. That'll be the bed for the chicken. The chicken, the oils in the chicken. Ahí están, bebés, mira. Ahí están, güera. 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 Aquí están, mira. Güera. Ahí están, mira. Ahí, ahí, güera. Ahí. Ay, qué pendeja eres. Güera, mira. Güera. No los ve. Ay, qué güera está, güey. All right. We got the kitty cats and all this stuff going on as we're cooking. It's the part of the fun of cooking is that you gotta. Mira, güera, aquí están tus bebés. Here's the babies, and we brought them in so that. Mira, güera, aquí están. We brought them in so that it was kind of dark still, huh? We need more light in the kitchen. Okay. Then some of the onion, but not all of it, because the onion and the celery are going to go in part to make our, that's the bed for the chicken. What? ¿Qué? ¿Agua? ¿Un vaso de agua? ¿O quieres más agua de chocolate? ¿O quieres esta Jamaica? Se le olvidó. Anyways, not all of the onions. There's our bed for the chicken. In fact, I'm probably going to put some of that bed. Mira, Buera, ahí están, Buera. Ahí están tus bebés. That's the mother cat. And she is kind of semi-wild. And she wants to eat. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about her right now. Okay, next we are going to put our chicken. People don't like the neck. I actually like the neck on the bed. Then we are going to break up these breadcrumbs. Break up the breadcrumbs, make kind of crumb. Ahorita sale todo. Dame un poquito de tiempo para que termine. Breadcrumbs, right? And then we got some of the chipotle, but not all of it. The chipotle is kind of maybe one piece of chipotle. Chipotle is a really amazing substance. It gives everything a nice flavor. This chipotle has some pieces of garlic already made in there. It's a chipotle that I get from my local taco stand guy. And then the thing that is going to make this stuffing absolutely delicious is the mazapan. Alright. Kind of hard to do this with one hand, but ¿qué bebé? Alright. I'm going to put the other one afterwards. Espérame un segundito, bebé. We're going to do our stuffing. Kind of hard to do it with one hand, but I need to put the onions and the celery in the stuffing to make it really fun. And it goes into the cavity of the chicken. I guess it's his ass, I don't know. Cold stuffing because you have to stuff it in there. Goes into the cavity. Stuff it all in there. I'm not going to put the... ¿Qué bebé? Ah, sí, un dragón. ¿Un dinosaurio? ¿Qué es? Nada? So that's our stuffing. I'm not going to use two mazapanes. I'm just going to use one. We got the stuffing in there. Now we're going to grab a few pieces of this and put on top, around, and so. I forgot to get one of the most important ingredients of this dish, which is going to make it very interesting. I forgot to get the saran wrap, the full wrap. Okay, baby. Comes the cat. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this guy around so the legs don't get too dry, because the part that is going to be the driest is the one that is on top. So the part that's going to be dry is going to be the thighs and the... Mira, gata, ahí están tus bebés. The thighs and this. And the neck is pretty frackin'... the neck of the chicken is pretty moist, so we'll be fine with that. Next part, I'm going to take some of these seeds out of the oranges. And this is the reason we call it orange chicken. We're going to bathe it with the oranges, And this really requires 2 hands, so I'm going to pause this for a second while I bait it with the oranges. Yeah. Get it. And we'll continue. Alright, so I put the rest of the orange juice on top of the chicken. Of course, here we put some foil wrap to make sure that it stays moist, but unfortunately I didn't bring any, so we're just going to have to baste it as we go along. And for the last ingredient in the day, we're going to put a little bit of garlic powder and salt. And that should do it. That should be our orange chicken. No, esto no es sal, esto es ajo. That's the garlic powder. Of course, I put a couple of more chipotles there. And I put all the garlics in the chipotle with a chipotle, their kind of chipotle essence. And as far as the salt, I always go with the pinch. A couple of pinches of salt. The salt will dry the chicken, so we don't want to use too much of it. But it will, you know, fall down into the chicken as we baste it. So that's the chicken. Now it goes into the oven. The oven has been preheated on medium, and it's going to go for an hour into the oven. And we'll check it every now and then to make sure that it comes along fine. So that's the chicken, and we'll check into it later. And now we got to clean the kitchen because it's a mess.